Hello, I'm Eagle Gardens 1 on Instagram, and this is fucking talking shit with Eagle, episode 518. Hopefully, you guys have had a great day. Looking forward to tonight's episode. How you doing, Jesse? You want to tell us how you're doing and where we can find you?
I'm Jesse Stephenson. You could find me on Instagram, Jesse Stevenson 6018. You'd be one of my first followers. Very I'm not known. I'm not known at all, but if you want to follow me, I got some cool pictures. I'm a photographer, an artist. Um, if you follow me, I promise you're gonna see something interesting in the future. And I try to keep it there for everybody. Uh, my cannabis advocate, obviously, big reason I wanted to talk with Eagle, represent the culture. I'm from Western Colorado. That's the that's the that's the other side of the state. Uh, and I live in a city that's I live in a city of Colorado that's not legalized yet. So I'm here to discuss some interesting things with the main man Eagle. We're gonna talk about this wonderful plant.
Right up,
Yes,
man.
sir.
So, hopefully, you've had a good day. Well, we might as well get right to it, my friend.
Let's get in
Did
it.
you do you have any? Do you have something to smoke on tonight? While I'm
I got
rolling one
something to
up.
smoke on tonight. Yes, sir.
Nice.
Oh,
I'm rolling up a little bit of six shooter myself. One thing I forgot to say during the like prelims is excuse the like moving around. I usually go over that with the guests because I feel it's like really rude and I'm doing it publicly this time. So you'll see me fudging around, messing around, probably addressing something in chat or
okay.
rolling a joint. So please don't let my bouncing around be misconstrued for not paying attention. I'm most certainly paying attention. My apologies in advance, but it will be happening. So, with that being said, I'm gonna roll my joint and get this thing going.
Roll that
What do
joint.
you got? What'd you bring?
I didn't bring a joint. I'm a little jealous. I have to admit. All I have is these miracles in modern
Ah,
technology called vape pens. I got the Evo XL, the 4 coil quad. Oh, I'll tear you in half. And I have the small little one. And I have some soul extracts. It's a little ridiculous. 91%. Come on. Shoots you into outer space. Gotta be careful with this stuff.
the Nevo was a pretty fucking nice, man. I got one of them 4 coils too. My daughter got it for me for Christmas, and I used it for quite some about a month and a half, and I like tucked it in my bibs to
Yeah.
go shovel. Just yeah, I like gotta have something, man. You can't smoke a joint while you're out there shoveling. You gotta have that good
No.
puff. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I lost it somehow, and I was like fucking bummed. And then I wasn't gonna give up on it though. I thought I lost it shoveling. See, and I fucking when it melted, I like paced around like where I shoveled. I was determined to find it, and I was bummed after all the snow was gone. I couldn't find it, and then I had jumped into one of my trucks and went to just move around this bullshit that was in there, and that fucker was in underneath the spare tire. It had made it through the winter. It had rolled around in the back of that truck for about 6 months. All the paint was wore off it. I all fucking give it the 5 clicks, and it fucking, but you could see it firing up. I'm like, no
Hell yeah.
shit. So I took it in the house, fucking soaked that bowl in some alcohol, cleaned her up real good. I'm
Yep.
still using that motherfucker. Still
Oh wow.
using it.
Yeah, better.
So
Wow. You get them in water, it's over. You're I'd say you're lucky on that one. These coil I put up with them because like you say, you take them, you could take them anywhere. Those places you can't smoke a joint, like where I'm sitting right here. I'm not gonna not gonna happen indoors. But I'll hit one of these, oh, all day.
That four banger is about as close as you're gonna get from like a good dab rig, I think.
You know what? It puts me on the floor. A regular dab is almost too much for me. I don't even have a rig. Not saying I won't do it. I will.
Yeah, I don't turn down no dabs, no joints, no nothing either. So enjoy
Get
that
some pretty
one there.
amazing hits out of these little things. It's impressive.
Yeah, that was a nice hit there. That was a real nice blast.
Oh, I don't want to show off. What are you smoking on? You never told me what kind of flower you had there.
This is the 6 shooter from Empire
Oh, you
Breeding
did.
Co.
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about shooters. I thought you said 6 shooters. 6 shooter, huh?
Oh, this is excuse me. He
It's an
pretty
interesting name.
much put like, yeah, it's like his 6 hype strains. It's like Wi-Fi OG. It's got cookies in it. It's pretty
Wow.
much everything. So 6 of his, hype strains. It's pretty gassy. Enjoyed it.
Uh huh. Tasty. I like those gas
Yeah,
terpenes.
very tasty.
Yeah.
So let's get this thing rolling, my friend. So when did cannabis enter your life? When was the first time that cannabis come rolling in? You used or seen, smoked, all the above qualify?
Interesting question, and I love it. I love. I don't remember exactly. I don't think I'm alone where I'm. Culturally here. I don't remember a time ever not knowing about knowing about it. Let's put it that way. But the first time that I ever smoked it, I was seeking it out, and I specifically had gotten a hold of some, and I was young. I don't know if that was part of the question that you're asking. I was young. Just leave it at that. And I was seeking out some cannabis, this plant that I've known about my whole life. My parents are hippies, so come on. I get a hold of this stuff through a woman, older woman, and rolled it up in some of that cheap lined paper out of a composition book, and I twisted it like I was wringing out water into a what I would have called a joint at that age, and shoot, lit that bad boy up, and I'll tell you what, it solved a lot of problems right there for me in my life. I'll remember that at a young age. Almost feel sheepish or embarrassed to say that age, but it was 12. I don't think I'm alone when talking about using cannabis as young as that. And I started smoking at that age. I had epilepsy. I had before that I'd been addicted to OxyContin already. I was already drinking at that age, and I'd say cannabis got me in trouble too. It got me in trouble. It just the I've had an evolving relationship with that plant. Being I turned 31 in September, and my relationship with that plant starting at like 12 years old, and just looking at the landscape of what we have right now at our fingertips. Oh, America's changed 100%, and it's very interesting because you still see it going through its you know birthing pains into something else, hopefully more decriminalized cultural community, but in the future I'm talking about, not what we see now. It's capitalistic type of green chasing thing we got. Is interesting that worked I've been a part of. I've had jobs doing cannabis, and I tell you what, that plant still talks to me. I still feel like I have that relationship with it from that I started at a young age. That people could call me crazy, but I'll tell you that cannabis saved me from a lot of things. I've seen other people that get taken out from drugs and violence and just life choices, but something about a healthy relationship with cannabis that I've had has kept me out of so much fucking talking shit with the Eagle. That's what I'm here. That's exactly why I really like your show. You resonate with a lot of how I feel about this plant. So there's your long-winded answer. That I could probably give you a more elaborate way of like describing me and how I came into cannabis, but honestly, that's, man, we had it here, like we've always had it here. I've always been around it. I have friends, I swear, that have never not been stoned. Like they were born stoned, they've been stoned their whole life, and they high right now. Like I really
You scared me there. I thought you meant like they really hadn't been stoned.
Absolutely, I've seen it. That's that. Yeah, worst case scenario, I've seen people. I know guys like that. Like they're super. They're high. Like I'm just the cannabis. What we have today came from what I seen it. It came from like a real identity, and it just what we have now today. Oh my God, it's well, let's see. I got this for $25. This is a gram of 91% THC. If you would have told me that I would have had this when I was a kid, I was getting arrested for possession of marijuana. Oh my goodness. I wouldn't have believed you. Even though I was that kid that's saying, oh, it's going to be legal someday. I still wouldn't believe this. But here we are. It's a blessing. It's a blessing so far. So
$25 a gram. That's not bad, man. That's not too bad for 91. Holy shit.
Is that good?
Yeah, I would say something that strong around here, even as long as it's been legal here in Michigan, I believe you'd pay probably about $40 to $50 for that gram.
Is that because of their state tax? Or is that just
no, because that's just current market price, really, for good quality extract. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah. I wouldn't even know what that mark would be on the like retail side of it. I've never walked into one of these retail shops and
right. Well, look what's behind. Look what you got behind you. Oh, get out of here.
There's a markup from like it goes like medical, and then I think there's a huge markup from medical to like rec. So there's no
absolutely.
I've
it's
always
ridiculous.
walked into the medical place and was like, oh my gosh, people are actually paying this. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I can't imagine the rec price. Holy shit.
And that's why I say it's a blessing to be a part of it. Like I'm a part of this, I get, by the graces of good, I guess I just good shot at shopping, because really that's all I'm doing. I'm not any different than I'm like anybody else can walk in and go buy stuff, but I'm not paying what these people. I feel like they're misled on how they buy it. If you're not free to cultivate it by yourself and that's your only option, people they do pay those prices you're talking about for, and they line up too. So it's pretty wild.
Why do you feel like you're being misled when is it just the description or
the prices?
Yeah. Well, you said you necessarily just were being misled about maybe the product or the price.
I think people shop for THC content, and I don't think I think, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, straight up. I think people get yeah, I think they screw with it. Like when they put like a number profile on a THC. I don't want to make myself sound so silly to say this in plain English. Like I really don't trust anything with a government label. Eagle, I gotta be 100% honest with you. So they'll have 3 different numbers, and what it is it's a breakdown of the THC content, right? But it could be CDB. I mean, this is where I'm gonna mess this up and really look like an amateur. But it's CDBG. It could be CDB, THCB, A, and they break down differently. Well, they're gonna always put the highest content up. Really, on the face. That's what I don't really mean. I don't, they are getting what they pay for, and it's a hell of a lot more than they would have ever got with their like back when growing up when I was looking for weed. So I can't say they're not being misled. I would say that they definitely predatory on the because the prices are going up, and I feel like what people get from the store goes down, and I feel like it's definitely just capital. It's just business, but there's shops, the shops that I'm gonna talk about in this show with you, if you're okay with that. My friends, man, they're you're gonna get a $60 half ounce out the door, and it's you're gonna have to search far and wide to find a quality that matches it. I mean, those are the people I'm gonna deal with. Now, the market's it's good, but it's boutique. To get what you really pay for, you need to know what I think you need to be educated. I guess that's just the way everything is. But now that I feel like cannabis is more just mass, it's gonna start being mass production or produced, and that's where you're gonna see the quality massively just decline. You already see it. I mean, the THC content's incredible, but I don't really feel like I'm getting like as high as I used to when I smoke the store with weed. There's something missing about it.
I feel like you're right, though. I think they do kind of trying to pull a little bit over on you, including all the numbers all in one like that. Because most people would assume that that would just be high. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
think when they show that number, if they're going to show all the chemicals in there, the different molecules and then the number percentage of each, they should be explaining, oh, the CBDN does this, and with this much in it, it should, you know what I mean? Go
yeah,
over it with you instead of packing it all into one confusing number, the highest number they could possibly produce, and then pack on a price to match that. So I do feel like you're right. It is a little bit of bait and switch there. And
oh
I
yeah,
feel like that I've kind of said, well, at least as far as like the medical provisioning centers go, even if you're like, if your first time, you can have your card for 10, 15 years. If you go into a provisioning center, like say you're out of town or out of area, and it's your first time, that place, it should be mandatory that you like sit through like say a 10-minute video explaining like terps. This terp's responsible for this one will help you get there, and kind of explain them numbers a little bit before you walk in there. That way you are a little bit educated on what those numbers mean. That way you can actually start before our nose did that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah, that's the one.
absolutely.
Give me that. But now we
Hmm.
can't do that. It's all fucking numbers. We need something to equate what that smell
Right.
equals to in black and white. So either they have to take it or they sign a waiver going, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, but it should be part of the process, I think.
Hell yeah.
So what are they like? What is the price for, you said $60 for an eighth, we said?
$60 for an eighth. Yes, that's it. That's the that's exactly what Okay, I mean, I don't want to exaggerate because that's just no one's got time for that. $50 an eighth. They want like to get like they call it a gold shelf. It's like 50, right? But I'm not dealing with that. I can get that same product at dispensary coming to our town. Hopefully this year. This needs to happen. Grand Junction. Shout out. Elk Mountain Trading Post. They will sell you a top shelf half ounce for $60. Okay, go see my people. Let them help you out. Okay. And I don't know, you know, that they can't keep weed on their shelves very long. You know, they're running their souls off their shoes to deliver that type of service to their people, you know, but it works. And I've seen it. So man, I wish that there was just more good men like Mr. Randy out at Elk Mountain Trading Post, because God knows we need more good people that are in the real retail side of our business, you know, selling like that. Wow. You know what I mean? That's I consider that a good deal. $60 a half ounce.
Yeah,
Legal. Get some.
Yeah,
you know, that's where it needs to be. You know, an eighth for $60. I paid.
It's rip off.
I paid an eighth for 60. That's when I was a kid. I was when I was younger, man. That's just what it was, and you just weren't gonna get. We called it. It was just chronic. You weren't gonna get chronic for less, and you had to pay extra to get that. I'm talking 65, 70 for those eighths, those top eighths, because you had to fight people for them to pay that much. You had to fight people to pay that much. And anything less than that was just kind bud. And it better not have more than 3 seeds in there. Because if it does, it's swag. $30 for a quarter, you know, it's just not worth anything. And that's how we did our prices. This stuff now is spoiled us. You know, here I am complaining here I am complaining about that. You know, that's I guess that's just culture. Culture changes. But we use more medicine now, 2021, so we need it cheaper.
I don't know if I use more these days or man, I've always been a pretty heavy smoker. Even back in the day, I found a way to make it happen.
Absolutely.
I was one of the few that figured it out very early on that I knew a lot of people that smoked. I had the connection. All I had to do was put together 3 other friends and mine was free. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Didn't take that too long to figure that shit out. Oh, if I did that a couple times in a day, then I had an extra one I could sell. And the process is steamrolled. But
good days, huh?
Yeah,
Do
I
you
miss those days, to be honest with
you? I have a question for you. Now, if you obviously you always probably have a quality flower or a resin or concentrate that you keep. If let's just say you didn't have those quality products, you wouldn't want to smoke anything lesser. Like you wouldn't. Personally, I'm just asking you if you feel similar, what you think about it. I won't use if I don't have a good flower. I won't use. I mean, I'd rather not smoke because I don't like a lesser quality of the weed. I found that some weed could be I don't know. It's not productive. You know, if it's not grown, cultivated, you know, cured and perfect. And then I'm gonna go back and say we're so spoiled, but it's true. I won't smoke. I would rather not smoke. I won't smoke. It's got to be the top. What do you think? Well,
I'm
how do
not
you feel
there.
about it?
I'm not there.
You
I'm
have to
not there.
smoke,
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely
even if it's less
smoking.
quality.
Yep, yeah. I won't buy it, but I'll smoke it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But I
I've
feel like
been,
it's still quality
I've,
though,
I've,
Eagle.
I've had, yeah, I've had a couple of people say, I can't believe, look, you know, because you see me at an event or whatever, I'm smoking your weed. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? You pass me a joint, I'm gonna smoke your weed. If I don't care if it's good or bad or whatever, I'm just still there to where I love the moment. You know what I mean? And that's the best you got, and that's the best we got. You know what I mean? Might as well savor, what we got instead of not having nothing. I guess.
I didn't have weed last week, and I have a fucking half ounce of this shit. And I tried, man. I fucking tried. I swear I tried.
It must be terrible.
It was pretty
Is it
fucking horrible.
terrible?
It was pretty horrible, man. I thought about taking a picture of it and making like a I don't know, a no bad weed t-shirt or something. A bad weed shouldn't exist t-shirt or something with this weed. It had I was breaking up one. I was rolling a blunt out of it because I wanted a thick paper, to just mask this taste. And I was breaking this weed up, and there's just little cobwebs inside this bud. I'm like, geez, this is pretty horrible. I did pay for that weed.
Yeah.
Not smoking it though.
Cobwebs in there might have been a line. Cobwebs in it might have been a line.
Then you're going without
Pass
no weed for you, right? That's what I'm talking about. See, you got standards. I can't be having no cobwebs in my lungs. I'm already taking a major risk, inhaling 402 different compounds of Mexican tobacco. Why add some extra? why add the extra? I don't know.
I think it's the old fucker in me, to be honest with you. Just straight up the old fucker in me. Remember, back in the day when you could either get some, or it was the
Go
brick
without.
weed or ditch weed. Fuck, man, I fucking remember driving all the way to fucking Illinois when I was like fucking 17 to score fucking Illinois ditchweed and shit. The shit that just like grows next to the highway. Thought we were into this shit, man. Fucking got that shit home, dried it out. It was a worst fucking trip we ever fucking had. But nonetheless, I smoked that shit, man. You know what I mean? I have smoked literally fucking I've cleaned out my weed drawer before, man. Just fucking going through seeds. You guys just don't know the era of fucking you're out and you went through your seeds and you picked out the husks and fuck, I've smoked seeds. I've smoked seeds back in my day. So if it's in bud form, fuck, man.
Is smoked a bowl of seeds?
Oh
Come
yeah,
on,
I've smoked a bowl of seeds. Fuck yeah.
Oh man, I was just told
I
I'm being
wouldn't do
too
it
loud.
today.
Yes, sir.
I wouldn't do it today, but I
No,
would
sir.
most definitely do it.
No. I had those times too. I remember those times as well. And I'm gonna tell you something. That's not me today. No, I look. I didn't throw it away. I still got it. So there must be some of that. I must have some of that in me, Eagle. Because shit, if I was really a weed snob, I would have just chucked it into the old basket, throwing it away. I still got it. I have a really hard time. I guess I'm gonna be smoking some cobwebs. But no,
We were
times are
talking
times.
the other
I'm
night
doing good.
about
Sorry.
fluffing up the brickweed. We were talking the other night about fluffing up the brickweed.
Yes,
Like
sir.
taking
Yes,
some of
sir.
that.
It was
Oh
like
man.
this big, a half, like a
Yeah.
little. How'd they do that? Oh,
Trash compactors, I believe.
trash.
I think
Yeah.
how were they not because think about it, that was like a giant resin press back in the day,
Hmm.
minus the heat, but still, resin had to be fucking squeezing out of that bit somewhere. Somebody had to fucking way back then fucking blobbed off some of that at that machine and let's try fucking smoking this. You know what I mean? It had to
Yeah, I
be.
do.
It had to be
Hey, and that
some
when
good
we got that
haze.
stuff, we were thrilled when we got that stuff, man, because we knew we were gonna get fucking stoned when we got that shit. Because it was, it was nasty, but it usually had a lot of THC content. And we broke up fat, and you're gonna get fucking stoned when we got that. See, I still got that in me, but damn, man, look at the fuck. And there was times when we got weed. Oh Lord, I shouldn't tell these stories. I I got weed that, shoot, thank God I didn't smoke at all, because I got weed when I was younger that was, boy, shit. I don't know what was in it, but it was pretty nasty. I had a few times like that. We even learned this is just crazy. We even learned how to break up the weed and feel, what, kind of content we were dealing with when we were breaking it up. Learn something like that young, like, okay, well, it's sticking to your finger in a certain way, so maybe you should, be careful if you smoke this. Wow. PCP was a big one, you know.
So it's kind of
Well, I
funny
found
that
that out later in life, Eagle. That shit. But we were smoking that with weed.
I've always when that was always when you were like younger too. Like the better the weed was, and you looked at it and you actually see what you know now are like trichomes and shit. You'd be
Right.
like, "Oh, there's definitely something on this. Look at that
Uh,
crystals. Look at that shit. There's
nature
definitely
doesn't do
something on it."
that.
Now we
Yes, sir.
know, that's what good weed looks like. It was
Yeah. I learned that late, and yes, I was late to the game, man. I'll be the first to admit you that right now. I was like, I had learned that stuff after the facts, after some bad, just instances or bad events, you should say, dealing with cannabis. I actually learned later, like, oh, okay, well, this is sure different, sure different from when I was
so.
young.
Apologize to the ladies in chat and the ladies that will watch in this in the future. But I it's funny you kind of I heard you say I thought I heard you say earlier on that it was like a kind of a girl that was somewhat responsible for the first time with cannabis there. But it's funny because women, well, maybe you didn't say it, but look at your face there. Maybe you're just talking about the lady as a plant. But
No, no,
I
no,
thought
no. I
you said
probably
it.
did say it. I want to know what.
But it's amazing that how girls, women influence us. We don't
Yeah,
necessarily, we always get the rap on like being like the bad influence on a girl, woman, whatever. But I've heard the story many a times to where the first time was with a woman. I hear a lot of times where like I talk with somebody and they'll be like, I just started drinking again. I'm like, oh yeah, what's her name? How'd you know? I just started hanging out with this chick and she was a drinker. I know, because we'll do crazy shit to fucking. I've had, as far as that goes, so back to like smoking bad weed. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You know as well as I do. If a pretty woman come to you and fucking handed you a joint of that shit that you're sitting on right now, you would
Oh,
smoke that
they did
motherfucker.
many times, and I took that shit. I said, "Hey,
Yeah,
baby."
that's what.
That's right. And I acted like that was the best fucking weed that
So
I
you
ever
will
smoked in my
smoke
life.
some shit weed. It just
Yes,
it
sir.
just needs to come from a pretty head. Same
Hey,
thing with me, man. I
you
remember
know
when I
what?
was young, man, this
I
chick
like
come
your
up from
perspective.
Tennessee
Yes, sir.
and she brought it was the first time that I had seen like gold colored weed. You know what I mean? And to this day, I think it was just like somebody left that shit on the plant, and it just got like brown. But then she's like, yeah, I got some of this gold weed and shit. I'm like, huh? And she all dumps it out. I'm like, man, that shit didn't even look good, didn't even smell good, didn't even taste good. But did I smoke it? Fuck yeah, I did. She was the fucking hottest thing around, man.
No, but hey, but let's be fair. If a homely looking girl, maybe she's a little on the heavier side, has that bomb, I'm coming through. I'm coming through to her house first, and I'm probably not gonna even talk to that pretty girl. And then maybe I'll talk to her next tomorrow. I'll get back to her if I have to smoke her shitty weed. But I'm gonna go see the bug. Honestly, I gotta have my quality weed.
You're right though. You're right though. You're
I'm just being
right.
honest. I'm gonna keep it 100.
Doesn't have to be full 10. You're right.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely right though.
And she's got a great personality too. We know that. Come on. She asked you.
Oh, yeah.
She's gonna be fun to talk to after she gets me high.
Definitely. She's smoking weed. She gotta be cool.
No, the ladies got me hooked on weed. Is that what they're saying? It's true. You know what? Oh man, no, I can't blame the ladies, but they're always the ones I had to go to get it, man. You ladies out there, I swear. The first girl that I ever bought weed from, she was 15, and she had like a half pound of some really good weed, and she was a cheerleader. What the fuck? I mean, okay. So, ladies. And none of my friends had that weed. I had made from Denver. I had friends from Denver that had that weed.
So what kinds do you remember smoking on? What were the first kinds that you can remember that actually had like a name associated with it?
A name associated with like buying weed?
Yeah. Crime, whatever. You
But
know what I mean?
where
What
I'm
was the
shopping like
first?
by strain.
Yeah.
Shoot. You know, the first I remember I bought Maui Wow. It was the first real strain that I actually purchased, man. Probably. I know that's not, as the kids say, that ain't no cat. No, I went right to the damn dispensary, and they weren't even legal here. I mean, okay, so they're legal, but they weren't exactly legal. I mean, shit, you had to know somebody. So our dumb, we were kids, and we pulled up in the back, and we acted like didn't know anybody. I don't know if this place is even still there, but it sure as hell they weren't advertising it back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a dispensary, but it wasn't exactly. And I remember like, oh man, that's some game changing shit right there. I remember the weed. I mean, I thought this shit was like an alien artifact or something. I take a little piece off of it, like fucking floats by itself or something. I mean, I really like. I don't want to be that guy that just talks like about these drugs like they're gods. But yo, I felt that way, man. Seeing weed like that after dealing with, what we just talked about, the nasty, that we were happy to have, and then seeing like, oh, like wow, like what this stuff was grown by scientists. You know what the fuck? And you smell it, and you open up the bag like a little bit, and it fucking. Oh shit! I hope someone doesn't call the cops. Shut the bag. That type of weed. Yeah, that was the first one. I was you know how I was probably 17 in my friends, couple kids, couple dropouts. His mom was from California. She had back. This is back before a lot of people had these. She had a medical card, and this woman doesn't even smoke weed, and she had it for whatever reason. Probably for my spoiled ass friend. I don't think he's alive anymore. He lost his mind. I stopped talking to him. I don't know if he's still alive, but wow. She used to hook us up, man. She used to bring us brownies from California that were ridiculous. And they had to have put a lot of THC, and you'd take one bite and be laying on the concrete, banging your head on it. You can't. I don't think you can get edibles like that at the store. I always hear people talk about them, but I ain't never seen no 10,000 milligram candy bars or nothing like that. Is that real or?
Oh yeah, in Cali, I know you can get them, or we're able to get them here.
Wow.
Get them there. Here in Michigan, they've changed the rules around, but they are 1,000 milligram. If you have a medical card, you can get 1,000 milligram edible. If not, you can only get. I think the limit is 100, if not maybe 200 milligrams at best.
So that's what they're doing. They're getting medical grade products and buying them through rec dispensaries, I guess. If they can't regulate it, then fuck them. I want to be able to buy that much THC content. The stuff they sell here is that doesn't work. Like they sell their edibles. They don't cut it, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know how you feel about that.
I've never really tried like something that strong. I have made some pretty strong edibles myself. I don't know if I've actually taken close. I've had been close to 1,000 or more at some point, but I've never like walked in. That shit's like too expensive, man. Even on the medical side to go in, I can't even. I bet you that 1,000 milligram that you would, or I would probably eat in a day would be fucking $40. Easy.
40, yeah.
Shit, I've had the closest thing I've ever had to that was a syrup that was 800 milligrams.
Okay.
Liquid loud syrup that my friend of mine up here makes. That shit was fucking pretty good, but it wasn't. I don't know. I drank that whole bottle, even though they told me not to. I'm like, drink it all, and they're like, no. And I'm like, you sure? I'm like, drink it on the way home. They're like, no. I kept doing it to them all the way out. All the way out. I'm like, okay. So definitely drink. Start with half, and then drink the other half on the way home. No. But I ended up drinking it all that night. But it made me. I slept good, but it didn't like fuck me up, man. You remember Sub when Sub was in California there? I don't know if you watched Sub Cool at all, but there was a point where he was eating 1,000 milligram peppermint patties, sometimes like a couple in a day, and I was like questioning how strong they actually were up until there's a couple of like weed nerds that actually went out and seen him, Dung Beetle and fucking I can't remember. Sid Avery was with him, and fucking they ate one. They each ate one. Same ones he's like pounding down, and they're just like out. Like a half hour later, they're like visibly slurring words. About an hour later, they're just like passed out, or Dung Beetle was passed out on the couch. I'm like,
Hell
holy
yeah.
cow! I guess some things are pretty fucking strong.
Hell yeah. Send you into like a like a hallucinogenic trip almost, probably. That's what's up. That's what I see. That's how strong I want my edible.
Yeah. I've been there only one time on accident, and I wish I could fucking like duplicate that recipe, if you will.
Yeah.
But I made butter one day, rather, and I fucking before, and I gotta say this because I don't know how people feel about how food preparation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I made my butter and I fucking put it in the cheesecloth to strain it out, drain it out, and I like fucking really got in there and squeezed that ball with no gloves, no nothing. Just got in there and just fucking running down my forearms and shit, not thinking that it's soaking into my hands and in my forearm and shit.
Yes, I did that.
So I'm like, fucking yeah, it's just soaking in super strong butter. I fucking like smoke a joint or two, then I let the butter cool, and I'm like, fuck it, man. I haven't had no edibles in a while, so I made cookies. On top of all this, I turn around and make cookies. and they put like mint chip and chocolate chip. They tasted like the Thin Mints from the Girl Scout cookies there. And
Hell
fuck, fresh out of the oven, I eat one. I'm like, oh shit, these are good. About 5, 6 cookies into it, I don't even realize what I've done. I'm like,
Right.
oh shit. I fucking smoke another one. I'm like, all right. At that point, it's things are really starting to hit me. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna take a nap for a little while. So I take like a little nap, and I get up and fucking, I feel like my head is just like 10 feet above my body, and I'm like looking down on myself and shit. It was like fucking very surreal. I ended up fucking getting in the shower, and I seriously laughed in the shower for about an hour, maybe, however it took to like completely drain that hot water heater. Why
Hell
I'm
yeah.
upstairs and they're like coming up, knocking on the door. What the fuck's so funny? I can't even fucking answer. I'm laughing so hard. But I wish I could duplicate what I did that day because it was like 4 hours of that fucking intense, want to
Hell yeah.
fucking laugh your ass off. It was a good ride.
Right. Yes, I've only had a few experiences like that myself. I wish, I hear you. Yeah. I don't know how I gotta smoke because there's no way, I could like you said, it's so expensive. The edibles are expensive. I don't think it's exactly safe. I don't foresee I don't know how people feel about this, but I mean I medicate maybe not as much as I would after, but usually before work, while work, or sometimes maybe days I take it less than others, but I'm usually smoking. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying I'm super tore up, but I'm blazed. I'm usually blazed. I mean, I'd usually rather smoke some sativa than drink coffee. It keeps me going through the day. But yeah, I couldn't see being bombed out of my mind. I'm not the guy that sits there smoking blunts. I work at a foundry, for fuck's sake. Burn your damn arm off.
So, have you ever had the chance to grow yet?
Yes,
Colorado,
sir.
it's been legal for some time. When did you decide? When did that come into play?
I'm sorry.
When did the opportunity to grow come into play?
Well, I mean, interesting. It came right after I got out of a halfway home. I went to a halfway house on a deferred prison sentence on several charges that I received in 2017. Not exactly the highlight of my life. Let's just say I had some down times and through a series of events, I didn't exactly handle it the best, but I'm doing well now. I got 3 years, man, and I was they were trying to give me like 10 years. But I already had grown in the past, but I actually worked on a real hemp farm like right after that. It was a very interesting situation because I was before that I was working as a waiter in a restaurant, and in the halfway house on the last 2 months of my 3 year sentence, man. And this is like when COVID was starting, and they were like letting people out of jails, like freaking everybody, but they wouldn't let me out, man. Give you an idea of how people feel about me, my character, shit. I was too serious to let out, so I got out when my time was up. Like they let me out, and I was working on this farm called High Grade Hemp. And is this man? He was just looking for a team of people. Man, this guy invested so much money into this operation. It was pretty sickening. And shit, man, became pretty obvious, like to most of us pretty quickly, like that this guy that was managing the team was just a fucking idiot, like just straight up a fucking moron. you know, manipulative. He was smart in that way. He was very fucking manipulative. But other than that, fucking moron. So we got all these people and like we're working this farm, and this is the part of the story I'm just gonna go all flat out and say it, because you know, out here in Mesa County, it's y'all need some fucking oversight. Y'all crazy out here. My man who was running the farm was still in the halfway house. Okay, sorry, Natalie, who was his case manager. She was also mine, but she didn't know it. And he's got out now, so this is all after the fact. Don't get in trouble anymore, CJ, because now they know you're a piece of shit who lied to him. That was all those months you were working at a fucking weed farm. He was lying to him, telling him he was working somewhere else. He's working manager of the weed farm while he's in a halfway fucking house. So my boss is a fucking convict in a halfway house. I just got out. I'm a convict, ex-convict. I'm working at this farm. We're working for a man who claims to know everything about this trade, and he just sells. My God, man. He couldn't fool us because we already knew what the fuck. It's hard to lie to someone who's literally grown up around cannabis. But he was telling this guy everything. And that guy was like, oh, man. Investing millions, or not millions, but that would be an exaggeration, but hundreds of thousands into this operation. We had property, equipment, and man, we did well. We fucking grew we grew so much hemp. Did you see? If you go on my Instagram, people in the audience watching, if you're interested, you will see the fields that I worked on. Pretty extreme. That's Delta, Colorado. That's not Grand Junction. That's a small city southwest. But I helped them grow that product, and we got to harvest. We got our 10-day. I don't know how. It's probably similar out there. I think it would have to be the same. I guess it's a federal law. But they give you a 10-day window to harvest that product. On the day of our harvest, go to put those fucking clippers to that first hemp plant. And the manager of our operation, who was supposed to be having our system set up to hang our plants in our warehouse. We have a huge warehouse. We have so much fucking weed. He's in jail, man, for domestic violence. Yeah. And then he got out of jail, and our investor, call him, he kept that guy around, and that guy just fucked with us, made us hell. I wish I would have brought it with me. I would have read it to you. I got fired for threatening that guy. I never threatened people. I'm not going to say this asshole's name because he's such a dirtbag. You'd probably love that. But yeah, that's my experience with him, with marijuana, growing it. Not my personal experience indoor growing. That's different. I don't know if that's what you're asking.
No, it was that when first time it actually come into play, basically, was question.
It's the first time I ever grew weed was at a middle
like
school when I was like 13 years old, probably. I grew it in the back of the middle school.
Nice.
No, I'm not a master like you all. Listen, I don't get as much chance anymore to listen to you all talk indoor growing, but it's very interesting, you know, because that's such a science now. You guys are skilled. I'm not there, but I could grow indoor very well.
Nice. What are some of the strains that you've been lucky enough to grow out? Which ones?
I grew a strain called. One of the strains.
I'm sorry.
No,
I was just asking, is there one you've missed?
A strain that I miss?
Yeah, it's
no.
grown out. You no longer have.
Now, I grew one plant for a really long time, but I honestly, I was so excited to start growing. Sounds stupid. This sounds ridiculous. I bought a bunch of seeds when I got out, and I fucking was so excited about threw them motherfuckers in the ground so fast that I lost the labeling. So I had all these plants growing up around me, and I'm watching them, but I'm not knowing what the fuck strain they were. One was called Yo Mar. I should just let me sum it up and just say they all didn't smoke very good, man. I grew these beautiful plants in this shitty genetics, whatever, man. You know what? If you behind me, there's a lot of different species of plants, and you can't smoke any of those motherfuckers. And I love the fuck out of them. I'm a plant collector, so I mean, I just honestly love watching plants grow. I love those plants anyway, even though they smoke like shit. But next time that I'm gonna be growing, I'm gonna be strain shopping. That's gonna be different. I'll be a little bit more patient in my selection process. It's very important. I jumped the gun on that. Now I'm not really in a opportunity where I can grow like that. But I had it kicking for a while. It just kind of took a shit on me. I'm back to square one. I'll give it another go someday indoor.
Shit, as far as the house plants go, I have a few different plants around the house myself, man. Same thing, man. I see something like really weird, I get intrigued by it and fucking try to grow that shit. Cactuses, I've got some fucking couple weird cactuses and shit.
Hell yeah.
Look all funky. I actually never even knew a flower actually. I've bought cactuses with like flowers like glued on them. You know what I mean? Sometimes I actually like glue shit to other plants to make it look better. But I didn't think they actually flowered. I bought one fucking cactus last year, threw it outside in the sun. That motherfucker flowered all kinds of flowers on it. I've never seen nothing like that shit. It was really cool.
Cactuses are cool, man, because they don't give a fuck. They're growing, man. I was hiking down this hill, and I saw one dying on the hill. So I cut a piece of that fucker off, and I carried it with me and threw it in my car. And I honestly forgot about it. That full disclosure, people. And that motherfucker grew. I shit you not. I buried it. It was buried, no light, and it grew. It's in my other room. It's over there. It's pretty amazing, man. You want to see a cool plant? I'm gonna show you one. I probably shouldn't bring it down here. I'm going to. Oh shit. Oh, it's a very cool clover. It has these purple flowers coming out. Yeah, this is a cool one. This is a beautiful clover. Honestly, never seen one like that looks like this before. You get a good. Can you see it?
I can.
It's interesting. Yeah, I got this from
Looks like they're like reverse flowers almost, like they're inside out.
Yeah, they're like a reverse. Yeah, this is one of my favorites here. The other one, my favorite is probably this Mongolia, angel wing Mongolia behind me. It's big. It needs a new pot. That fucker's touching the ceiling. And I got a small one. They grow like weeds. They're another one that's just, I'm a man who's fascinated with these fucking plants, Eagle. I mean, when I lost my apartment, I can't really talk about that. Boy, if I could, I'd be shit. Still probably shouldn't. Let's just say I lost my apartment and I lost a lot of species of plants. I had man. I had so many plants right now. And, I have probably 4 plants. After that, I have a cactus. I have a pepper plant. I'm getting choked up. No, no, I kind of had to make a fast move. You have to know when to hold them and know when to fold them, as the saying goes. And I made a decision, but it came at the cost of losing some of my plants, man. Oh shit. And marijuana, you learn a lot about growing marijuana from growing other plants, is the way I kind of look at it, like because some of them plants are fucking hard to grow, Eagle, harder than marijuana.
Oh, yeah.
And if you could fucking pull it off with some of these motherfuckers, then shit. And you got the green thumb to mess with cannabis by itself. Just, I want some of the political attention to be off of it, honestly, before I ever get like comfortable with the Eagle personally. Maybe it's just where I'm from, what I dealt with, but they need to be more cool, man, about how people grow, and because you can still get busted, I think, right?
Oh, yeah.
Get your jaws
They can
kicked in
do
your
it.
ass for that shit, man.
It's a little more lenient now here, but definitely you could find yourself in some trouble if you weren't following things to the T. That's for sure. And, I think it's cool about the plants. I often say, and you're absolutely right about uh, transferring the knowledge from the house plants or the other plants over back and forth from cannabis to them plants back to cannabis. The knowledge and skills definitely much transcend from one to the other. But I've said that the cultivation side of it, taking care of plants is the fucking most therapeutic part of it. Yeah, this is medicine. Fucking yeah, no
Mm-hmm.
doubt. But that as well as medicine. Watering, just fucking doing what you gotta do in the garden. I found this out from a unrelated cannabis book. I can't even think which fucking book it was at the time. Shitty reference. But they knew in the 70s that whole horticulture was good for the guys coming back home from the war. It was good for fucking drug treatment, and it was good for people coming out of prison. Fucking all the way around, they gave them something to do, something to focus on, an outlet, and we all find the outlet in it. It's hard to even house plants when you're like looking them over to fucking be in a shitty state of mind. You completely forgot yourself. You're all into the plan. It's kind of sucked that anxiety right out of you, So you know, it's awesome, man. That you have, it may not be cannabis, but I guarantee you're finding some comfort, some healing
I
out of
wish
it, man.
I would love to be growing cannabis, but come on, man. They demonized their plant for 80 fucking years. So now I got to feel a way about doing it. So I'm growing house plants. No, I'll get it back. We'll get back there.
So, have you thought to move? Is it a possibility of moving to a better location that would suit the growing?
That is the plan, man. I'm right now on my next step is to just get another full-time job and light the other end of the candle and save money towards that goal. But that's definitely the works, man. That's definitely what I've got. That's you. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head right there. That's what I got. That's my goal. Uh, you know, it's gonna take a little while. Plan on moving to Denver.
Nice.
Yes, sir. But I might
Hopefully,
be.
comes sooner than later.
I'm sorry.
I said, I hope it comes sooner than later, my
Oh
friend.
yeah, this comes when I get the discipline to save the money. Yeah, no, it's coming. I should have I tried to stay here and it's just not really working out, man, to be honest with you. In this community that I'm in, I have I run into trouble pretty easy, let me put it that way. And a lot of it's maybe my fault, but I went through some things in the last 2 months that made me think different. And straight up, I don't mind tucking my tail and fucking moving. I'll do it tomorrow if I have to, be honest with you. That's how bad it is. I really won't talk about what I went through with you. I can't legally. But definitely motivated me. I just don't have the money to leave. I would have already moved. And I just want to be in the city. I don't really care that it's Denver. I'm a Colorado kid, but I'll go anywhere to get away from what I just went through.
Sucks to
And not
hear, man.
sorry.
So that sucks to hear, man.
No, sir. No. I do believe that I am being attacked because I am on the right track. So I'm not mad at it. I've been through a lot. This is the first time I've ever been through some situation like this. So, but I love my town. I'm at Grand Junction, Colorado. This is where we're at. We were going to get together last month or a couple months ago, and you would have seen. You would have liked the view. It was cool. I had a really nice place, man. I had a lot going on. And I chose to walk away from it to, keep my safety intact. And here I am. Now I'm just making plans because I know, yeah, certain things there's certain things that you see with your eyes that you have to make a decision as a man for yourself, And I saw some things that, oh boy, I saw what the fucking, as the kids say, I saw what time it was. No, I saw what fucking time it was, man. So I am saving up to get a ticket out of here. But I'm doing well. Doing
Sometimes
well for
that's
now.
the best thing. It might have been a gift and you never even seen coming, my friend. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Wake up call.
Yeah. In a weird spot like that myself, a little transitioning point in life. So I feel for you, bro. Yeah, I think it like just in your case, it was probably dealt right time, right place. You know what I mean? For the best.
Yeah. Man, if you only knew. Oh shit. If you only knew the amount of bullshit that I put up with, I don't think you would respect me as a man. To be honest with you, that's how much that's how much bullshit I put up with.
I'm not even gonna reply.
I wouldn't even sit here and tell you what I put up with because it's embarrassing. And I had to because I'm a fucking reputation for fucking somebody up. That's what I am. I'm a reputation for fucking you up. And I had to sit there and be humble. Well, you know what I'm saying? I've already said way too much. It's not hard to make a 6'3" knuckle dragon, as the Native Americans call him, wasishu, look bad. It's not hard to do that. Yeah, and they do it so much. It's fucking boring, but they go at it pretty hard. Man, I'm telling you, life is interesting.
To say the least.
That's why we need cannabis to get through it.
kept me fucking sane for a very long time.
Yes, sir.
Love it.
Because
Like I
your
said, this
community that
plant,
you're building is, hey, this is something special that you got. I wanted to tell you that, to give you your flowers, for real. Like this is I see your community that you're starting, and hopefully maybe becomes more. I don't know, maybe people will kind of copy this, take it itself, because I see you guys benefit a lot from your, interaction with it and building on each other's growing experience, and that shit's cool, man. That's what the fuck
and
people
we
need.
do. I think we actually not only benefit on each other's growth experience, but I think we grow from each other as people as well. I know I've taken a lot from the people that hang out in the last year. You know what I mean? I have most definitely in these one-on-ones. Seems like I always take something away from these things. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's always something that I always walk away with that leaves me thinking the next day. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But we, we grow together around here. I like
Hell yeah.
just flat out, we grow together around here.
I appreciate you rapping with me, man. I appreciate that, man, because honestly, I like having my face out there, and I like telling some of these stories. Well, I don't think I really told too many stories. I don't know if I want to get into some of it, but I appreciate you letting me rap with you, Eagle, and sharing with me about what because honestly, thought you're gonna. I didn't know if you're gonna put me on a spot, man. I don't want to go off on a huge tangent about a bunch of crazy shit. Glad I got to learn a lot more about you, because I always see you on your show, man. You don't say anything, but the ones I watch, you're very quiet. You know, you're a good interviewer. You let everybody get their story out. You let them belt it out, man.
That's, yeah, I don't know. I like to listen. Everybody's got a good story.
Yeah,
You know, I've watched so many other shows where the interview jumps on like that. Doesn't even let them finish their sentence. You know what I mean?
right.
Sometimes, and fuck that, man.
Fuck
Let
that
it
shit.
go. You ain't learning. You're not learning anything until they're done speaking. Can't learn it. You can't learn anything when you hear yourself speaking. If you're the only one speaking, you know what I mean. You ain't learning shit. That's all you can
Hell
hear is
yeah.
yourself. You ain't learning nothing. You know what I mean?
You hear that? Yeah. You hear a fucking idiot talking. No. Yeah. No, but
No, man.
hey, I don't see that often. Like when I'm watching these interviews and when I'm watching people's shows and stuff, man, sometimes I wish I could tell them to shut the fuck up, but they don't do it. No, you don't, man. You kill it. You you're really cool, man. You're very you have a different personality when you're dealing with your interviews. I'm glad I got you to talk more though. So I wasn't about to sit up here and talk all this fucking shit.
I'm
You got to
glad you
talk some
came on,
shit,
my friend, man.
huh?
It is like I said, I'm glad you came on. We've tried at this a couple of times. We've had our
Yeah.
couple of missed shots. So I'm glad we were able to work it out. Man.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
This
I'm very happy it worked out, man. I'm so sorry. I'm an asshole. Huh? You could tell the people, man.
no,
I ain't gonna tell them. No, I
ain't no,
was
ain't,
going through some
saying
stuff,
shit.
and yeah,
No, we're good,
got
brother. We're
apprehensive.
good, man. Shit happens, man.
You're a
Shit
patient
happens.
dude, though. You're cool, man. You're as cool as I knew I could talk to you on this on a show. I knew I could, if anybody I could interview with, I knew it'd be you because you're cool. You got to be cool with talking to me, man. Because I, no, you're a great Eagle. Um, shoot, man. What else do you want to ask me? You want to ask me some crazy shit? You want me to tell you some crazy shit?
It's on you, my friend. That's on
You
you.
want to hear some crazy? All right.
As long as it doesn't name first and last names, yes.
Man, I wish
First names, no
I
last
knew
names.
their first and last names. I fucking wish I would. Shit, that's the first thing I would say. Man, when I was just getting taken into the police station when I was just this young kid, right? Okay, I got to decide which stupid story I want to tell. I got so many. Okay, I'm going to tell you this one. So I'm sitting there and I'm getting questioned about my marijuana. And I'm telling the policeman, I'm like, look, I don't even know what marijuana is. Those are tomato seeds. Okay. I don't even know what the fuck. Not thinking like tomato seeds are this, fucking small. But I tell him that. And he's like, officer, we'll call him officer fucking officer. Officer is over in the corner with the little, like, I guess it's a TH. I don't buy it. I think it was probably some bullshit. But he said it was a THC testing kit. It's like this little clear vial. He puts one of my tomato seeds in it, and he's shaking it up, shaking it up, shaking it up, looking at me the whole time, laughing. He said, "Wow." He said, "What is this stuff?" He's just looking at me. I can't believe that you guys smoked. He said, "I can barely even tell that it's THC, but when I do, you're getting a possession charge." Yeah. And it was just talking shit the whole time about how shitty that weed was. That was the main. He was saying that the weed was not good weed. It wasn't quality enough. It wasn't. I don't know what the fuck he meant, but I think I know now what he meant by that. Was he wouldn't smoke it.
Well, that's still, man, really reaching, man.
Yeah.
If he had looked that hard for some THC, should have just fucking felt bad for you that it was that bad.
Not talk shit
Here
to
you
you.
go. It's going. It's going. You're having a hard enough day. Here you go. Take this back.
I'm gonna ruin your life and add insult to injury. No. Another time. Check this out. This is the middle of winter, right? And this is I'm in Colorado. We're in Colorado, okay? So in the middle of winter here is, fucking, it's cold. And we're outside and smoking some weed under this bridge in an undisclosed location. And sure enough, we see these little black boots coming down. And we're like, oh shit. I mean, this is a long time ago. I was young. It was definitely illegal still at this time. So we were like, oh fuck. Hide the pipe, hide the weed, the motions. Anyway, we didn't know what else. We'd hotbox the whole underside of the fucking bridge because we'd sat there and smoked so long. And we're not obviously going to be able to hide the fact that we smoked marijuana when this cop walks 10 more feet and sticks his head into the whole cloud. So what we decided to do is tell the officer that we were going swimming. Follow me? In the middle of winter, where the fucking Colorado River is trying real hard to freeze over. It can't. It's the fucking Colorado River. it tries. And he's like, what you guys? He's like tapping his nightstick on the fucking top of the bridge, like trying to. He's a fat fuck. No one was intimidated, but he was like, what you guys doing, huh? And we're taking off our clothes because we were going swimming. And I shit you not, man. He watched us, man. Laugh. He watched us laughing as we fucking got into the fucking cold ass river. The fucking kids, man. Those are the days, man. Anyway, he took our weed and smoked it. That same policeman. That wasn't the first time. He was known for taking our marijuana, and we never heard from him again. And we knew he was taking it to smoke because he'd only take the good shit. He'd make us destroy it if it wasn't very good. Oh man, these are real stories. So yeah, we kind of grew up with these like South Park police, man. Weird. They'd harass you too, man, but they fucking, man. if they weren't some fucking super troopers. Swear to God, dude. Ah, for fuck's sake. And I do got a lot of respect for the police. It's not a disclaimer. That's actually the truth. I really do. You to the I owe a lot to them. I do. I owe a lot to them. They have been there to help me out. I can't say they're all bad. Some of them are assholes. So, but I'd say more than not are not assholes. That's actually the way I feel. Even if we had to end this interview on that, I'd be happy with that, because there's some great police officers out there. Straight up, they use discernment. They're not gonna kick your drawers in your ass over nothing. They might know your family. You know, there's all that. They're all that. But then there's also ones that are fucking headhunters. Read too goddamn much. Have vendettas, and there's need to smoke marijuana. There's also those, a lot of them. But I didn't tell you those stories to put them down, though. I just told you those stories because they're funny.
Yeah, it's life experience, man.
Yeah.
Straight up life experience, man.
Straight up life experience.
Yeah. I think every town has had that one cop, though, especially if you come from a small town. That one cop that fucking took your weed and shit. I remember as kids, we had the same cop, man. He empty your shit? Same question you proposed right there. He empty your shit or did he take it? He took it to the car. You know that fucker got that shit.
Oh, especially if it was good.
Ever had the balls to fucking contest it and like on that ticket and shit. Where'd that weed go? How much did the officer? Ain't nobody had the balls to answer that question back in the day. How much was turned in? How much am I being charged with? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No
one was. They lost the paperwork.
Yeah. All we got here is the ticket, sir. Something's a mess.
They got to stop doing that, man. Well, I mean, they've stopped, I guess. But
they've really chilled out here, that's for sure, on the cannabis. A lot. Michigan's pretty relaxed, especially like driving and stuff. I've been lucky, knock on wood, man. I have. One time I passed a cop and I was smoking a fucking joint. And I just come from the fucking grocery store, loaded up full of fucking dirt, truckload full of fucking dirt, all this shit in the truck. I had weed on me. He pulls me over. He says, "You know why I pulled you over?" And I'm thinking, I was smoking that joint. Because I tell you, I had it like this when he drove by. I was like, "Oh shit!" I'm like, "Nope." And he's like, "You got a headlight out, or tail light." He says, "You got a tail light out," and I did have a tail light out. I forgot about that shit. It wasn't the vehicle I was used to driving. Like, fuck yeah. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. So he's like, "Is there weed? There weed in the truck?" And I'm like, because I seen him, he just like flashed the dirt. And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Where at?" And I'm like, "Right here." I pull out like a bag of weed. He's like, "There's like laundry in the back, like garbage bags." He's like, "Is that weed?" And I'm like, "No, come on. Who the fuck's driving around with fucking garbage bags full of fucking weed and shit? How lucky a day you thinking you're having shit?"
Oh shit!
Like, no. He even asked me. He's like, "You grow weed?" And I'm like, it's fucking winter time. You know what I mean? I got dirt in the back. Of course I grow weed. Jesus. He's like, all right. He's like, he even like He's like, you got your license and registration, driver's license? None of the above. None of the fucking above. I think I did have the driver's license, not the proof of insurance or the fucking registration because I wasn't. It just wasn't in the vehicle. So he takes that shit back and he fucking comes back. He's like, you know, your driver's license is expired. That's what it was. You know, your driver's license is expired. I'm like, shit. My birthday was just fucking a few weeks ago. I completely forgot. He's like, all right, well, get that taken care of. Get that driver's license taken care of. You have a good night. Oh, fucking shit, man. Fucking, it was just not so long ago, man. I had another similar experience, man. Fucking burning down, got pulled over, fucking didn't say shit. Didn't say shit. They fucking obviously could smell it. Let me
Hey,
go.
there, I've had a lot of good experiences like that too, man. That's why I don't. You're never gonna hear me sit there and just dog them. You know, I'm telling you,
Fuck, man.
maybe.
This, yeah, no, I keep knives on me. I'm a knife guy, man.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
He's like, he's like, and I've got one like there was two that day at the council. Right there at the
Hmm.
council. He's like, any weapons in here? I'm like, yeah, right here. You know? He's like, it basically went just like, get that fucking thing out of here.
He says I meant
Any
guns.
gun? Yeah, he's like, guns? Any guns in here? I'm like, no, ain't no guns in here. And he kind of looked at me like, everybody's got a gun around
Scoffed at you.
here. Yeah, what you bringing knives to gunfight for, pussy?
Right. Because I'm a savage.
Basically, I'm like, that same day, man. He's like, and I had my limit on me that day. Didn't even fucking get out of here. Get home. Slow down.
Oh,
So, yeah, I've had a few lucky instances again. Knock on wood, man, around here.
hell yeah.
Thank God it isn't like that, like you're talking about anymore.
Yeah, I don't bring no trouble my way, man. Not unnecessarily. Like, yeah, just not worth it. But like you know, the like we got some cannabis dispensaries hopefully moving into our area this year, and it's going to change everything. You know, I think it already is changing everything. It just you have a lot of drug use already, and it just is like, you know, where does it stop? I don't think it ever stops. I see a lot of drug use, man, everywhere in this town that I'm at. I mean, where I'm gonna move to is probably worse. I'm sure Denver, that area, Springs, whatever city. I'm gonna try to hit a city. But you know, it's everywhere in America where, you know, drug use is rampant. So what's federally legalizing marijuana gonna do? I've actually heard people say that it's gonna make it worse. I'd like to know how. I'd
They're
like to
gonna
know how
take
it
the
could get
gopher
worse.
out of us right off the bat. They're gonna let big money come in, just like tobacco and alcohol. They're gonna rip the grow out from underneath their feet. They're gonna be fucking smoking mint again. That's my personal opinion. I don't know.
I
Maybe
think
I'm wrong.
they'll do it as a political ploy to keep the mannequin in office, and then they're gonna have to recall it because they're gonna fucking fuck it up. Is what I think. If I'm not a political genius, but if I had to bet on black, or you know, make a bet on it, I'd say that or something that rhymes with that is gonna happen. I'd say that they're gonna try to make it happen. It's gonna fucking shit because I don't see them doing a very good job with what they're doing at the state level. I'm curious to see how they're gonna. I know that they are going to fuck it up. I'm just don't know how. So I'm curious to see how they're gonna fuck it up. How long it's gonna take. and then what they're going to do to fix it. Because if they do federally legalize it, it takes a shit. Is it going to be like, you know, when they started welfare and they could never reverse it? You can't take, you know, they can't start taking back these, you know, whatever expenditure they wrote off to give out to people. They can't take it back. So is it going to be like a perpetual, you know, decline on top of what we're already going through? Is it going to add to that and then perpetually fucking take a shit? I don't know. All I know is the government can't run anything. So how are they going to run something so complicated?
They're like, fucking, we're allowed like 5 patients plus ourselves here. They're trying to make it to where we can only have 1 patient. So there's the caregivers like myself that are fully carded. We got to tell 4 fucking people to bounce. And that's every caregiver, you know, basically. So what happens to the everybody's 4? You know what
They
I
get
mean?
rid of that.
And how fair is it? I mean, what is the
Not,
fuck you process in that? You know what I mean? Who's the one that has to go? That's unfair as shit.
They told me that's just get in while you can, and then they're just going to get rid of that whole system. So no, it's not. No, nothing good is coming down the pipeline. I don't foresee, but literally, that's why your show is so important. Because if there is going to be like opposition to what does come in the future, it's going to be at a, you know, a local level. People growing, people helping each other out in small communities. This all goes to farming and small business, and that's where it needs to be, man. I swear to God, but we'll never. No, I don't like the idea of a fucking pack of Marlboro Chronic. I don't really like that shit. It sounded cool as a kid, but I don't like it now.
Hey, me neither. I mean, look at what they've done to cigarettes. I mean, tobacco can be a very clean product. But it has its own uses, but not
Yes,
the
sir.
way they produce it, full of fucking chemicals, sweeping it off the fucking floor, throwing it into the vat. You know what I mean? That's what they're gonna do to cannabis. They're gonna it's gonna be to the level of cigarettes where they just grind it up, you know, it all in one batch. I got some on the floor. Here you go, throw it back in there. Who gives a shit? Sprayed with shit. It's gonna be just as toxic as cigarettes at that point, damn near, I think. But you won't find out, just like cigarettes, you won't find out until, you know, 10 years down the road. It's fucking giving people cancer. They were up to their same tricks. They just fucking did a little slide of hand from cigarettes to fucking cannabis.
Fuck that. There's just going to be two different businesses. There's never, you know, like I always say, like it's going to ultimately be like the craft breweries and your big box brewery. You know, you're going to have both existing in 2 different types of customers that purchase one product. I'm going to be the one going to the boutique place. I'm not going to be going to Budweiser. I'm going to be going to.
You don't need to be going anywhere. You need to get back to growing your own, my friend.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm not feral anymore. No, I'm not out there. Nah.
Fuck spending your hard-earned money on that boutique bud, man. Grow your own boutique bud.
Come on, man. I don't have a choice.
Your day will come.
You're right.
Your day will come, my friend.
It's coming.
You
it's
ready?
coming. But
you ready?
You
Hit
know
me
what?
up. I'll send you some seeds to get you going.
I can't do that, man. I can't take nothing from a farmer because I know how hard you work, man. Hell no. But
Oh man,
you give me a lot. You've given me
There's
a
a ton
lot,
of
man.
seeds right here, man.
Master educator over
Right.
here. You can send me some seeds. I'll take those all
Fuck
fucking day.
yeah.
All
Yep.
fucking day.
That's what we do. That's what, that's important, man. We need to get everybody growing just in case when
Yes,
it does
sir.
go federally legal, they got fucking, they can't take us from this at
Right.
that point. And even it shouldn't be, you have to, like I said, it shouldn't be, you have to go to fucking a boutique or something like that. If you can produce it yourself, you should be able to fucking grow it yourself. It's a fucking plant. It's just like anything else. You shouldn't, fuck that shit. Grow your own. The
I
more we
got all the
grow, the
equipment,
more.
man. I got all the lights. I got shit. I got all the I got everything to do it. I just, you know, I don't have the location. I'm all set up for it, man. Shit. I got the education to do it. I can't do it. And be honest with you, the shit I just went through, I'll never do it over here again. I'll never grow over here. Not in this area. Not with my reputation here. Too dangerous for me, man. So, but I mean, where I moved, shit. What's that?
I said it's time to go to Denver.
Time to move. Time to go. Yeah. But you know where's a cool place that I think about a lot, not because of its legendary beauty, but because of what I hear is going on with the cannabis is interesting and how they have no limit. Maybe you've heard thing. Oklahoma interests me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get I think it's a no limit license still. Fuck yeah, that'd be awesome. I've definitely put some thought into going down there myself, just for that reason.
Just for that reason. Incredible.
And I'm doing it with a different angle, or I would be doing it with a different angle than most. I think most people, when they think about that unlimited plant license, they think how much flower, how much flower can I produce, whatever, what can I produce for extracts? What is my end product? But for me, I'd be going down there, man. I'd be like unlimited numbers, pheno hunting. Found the best of
Right.
this one, set it aside. Find the best I'd have, just fucking some bad bitches. I'd
You're
be just
thinking
lining up the bad bitches. I don't even know how much flour I'd really have floating around. They'd be all just best of the best.
because you'd be able to speed up a genetic selection process. You'd be able to really, really, do like I guess they spent decades doing it, but I mean, you'd be able to speed that process up if you had that much property. Be really looking for is that what you're talking about? Looking for different strains?
Just looking for that, yeah, the unique pheno in every strain. That's what I'd be looking for. Whatever strain I had, I'd be popping everything.
And then you grow for weight. Once you get you get what you want, then you go for the weight. Right?
Exactly.
Hell yeah. But what about that climate though? I had someone approach. What do you think about it for growing?
I think it's just like anything else, man. You get used to it. It is right there in the tornado belt. That part has concerned me a little bit. If I went down, I think that's a place where the breadbasket, where there is tornado, is a real thing. I think autos will come into play there for outdoors. Break your cycle up into like auto cycles around the tornado alley time of year. But I don't think, fuck, it seems like a decent climate to grow outdoors.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd go outdoors or indoors still, but depending on the laws.
I had someone that wanted me to grow on a up north on a reservation, and like I mean, you're talking 3 month summers in South Dakota, a 3 month growing season. I said, that would be tricky, being that cold. Maybe an indica, a strain of indica that could, like I was talking, an autoflower. I didn't know any of the differences of these in breaking down. uh you turn a plant into a flower, and then this plant auto flowers. If you would someone had to sit there and explain that to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm super late to the game, but thinking about like a 3 month growing period. If you've spent time in South Dakota or anywhere up north like that, I mean, you're in Michigan, it's cold. Like, fuck. The
Where I'm
idea
at,
sounded
man,
nice. It sounded
where I'm
fun.
at, you'd either have to have a small grow house or greenhouse, excuse me, or just being able to veg it indoors as long as you could and set it out basically in my area. Because it snows up here, like tell me. Hell, there was one year it almost snowed halfway through April. You know, April, May, fucking a lot of times, fuck, it's just too late, man. I when I bought this place, the guy shook my hand. He's like, "Enjoy your 2 months of summer," and I'm like, yeah.
He
It's
said,
it's
"Oh,
like that though. You get
uh-huh."
like a you get like a month of fucking spring, you get a month of fall, you get 2 months of summer, and that's it. The rest of your fucking winter up here.
Yes, yes, sir. No, a lot of growing. No outdoor growing. It could be done though, but you're probably gonna be disappointed. I like the idea of I love the idea of growing marijuana on a Native American reservation. Man, I fucking love that idea. But I tell you what, I had to tell her, hey, hell to the no. I don't think that that's gonna happen. And if you did pull it off, you'd have a security issue in your hands on a reservation anyway.
It'd be fun to do though. I don't know if I'd turn
Absolutely.
down the application.
Yes, sir.
It would be fun.
I'm not writing it all off, man. I just said I wouldn't do it in this damn state for these fucking animals the savages I've had to dealt with here and shit. Except for I'll work for my friend at Elk Mountain Trading Post. That if they want to give me a job, I'll go sell weed for them if they want, because they're my friends and they're good people. But everybody else, no, I wouldn't work for you, you know. And I know the history behind all these shops down here. Unfortunately, I've seen it. I've actually seen them legalize everything here to the point where they had recreational shops back in 2000. Shit. I think it was fuck, it was a long time ago. I don't think I was an adult yet, but they had it legalized here and they reversed it. I've seen it go back and forth. So personally, the way I think, I'm like, yeah, I don't really like, I don't like when they're gonna say something's okay, like it's a setup. You see what I'm saying? It's okay. Now it's not okay. And then you go back and forth. And I saw that on a small scale. And I foresee that federally, are they going to do a back and forth? Could they do that? Would they do that? I think so, man. If it's such a popular idea, why wouldn't they do it already? And if they do it and it causes problems, are they going to reverse it and then go back to the fucking Salem witch trial of weed?
I don't think they're going to be able to put the cat in the bag. back in the bag.
I don't think so either. So let the giant out. Let the giant out, man.
Well,
And
brother,
they need to grow that shit everywhere.
you want to give some shout outs?
Shout
To
outs?
anybody? Yeah.
Shout outs. I'm gonna shout out everybody that how about Desert Bloom Hydroponics? Shout out to Ryan over there. Shout out to Elk Mountain Trading Post. Those are the people you need to see for the marijuana. And just shout out to my friends out here that I got out here left. I don't know. And shout out to you, Eagle. Thanks for having me on. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody listening in. Thanks for letting me come on. I appreciate that a lot. I'm tired, man. You got me up fucking late, man. How late is it over there?
It is 1:22 over here.
Jesus.
But man, I'm glad we were able to make this happen, my friend.
Yes, sir.
For reals. So hopefully you know the process that is coming. Now that you've done your time, you're always welcome to join in any of the Weed Nerd Worlds. The Zoom link that I send you is the same link that I use for the Weed Nerd Worlds. Anytime you want to pop into any one of those and say hi and smoke.
Weed Nerd World?
Yep. It's any show that has that in the title, Weed Nerd World. Monday nights is a Weed Nerd World mandatory. The other nights they come and go, kind of whenever. But as long as you see Weed Nerd World in the title, you're more than welcome to pop on, my friend. The other thing I need to get from you.
I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, I thought I cut you off. What were you saying?
The other thing I need to get from you, my friend, is the soundbite. Hopefully, you know what that's about. Basically,
yes,
it's
sir.
the station identification for your episode. I am recording now, man. I'm ready for your soundbite anytime you're ready, my friend.
This is fucking talking shit with Eagle. This is Jesse Stephenson.
Perfect. I'll take it. I'll take it, my friend.
All right. Hey, I tried to give you my Michael Savage voice, man. This is the nation of the no.
Put your episode on there. We'll do
you want
me?
Let me redo it. Let me do it. If you ain't happy with it, man, fuck that.
No,
518.
Yep, 518. This was at one point. This will be like a commercial for your episode. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. What do you want me to say exactly? This is Jesse Stephenson. 518.
You want them to know?
Yeah.
Say this is Eagle. Well, don't say this is Eagle. This is Eagle, and I'm on fucking talking shit with Eagle. Episode 518. You can put whatever you want after that, before it, as long as it's got that something in the flow of it. You can say whatever the fuck you want. It's your soundboard.
All right.
Here we go.
I'm sorry you had to coach me through something so simple. Let me get that. Let me just hey, I'm almost done. All right. Oh, this is Jesse Stephenson, and you're on fucking talking shit with Eagle. This is episode 518. Come check it out.
Hell yeah. Version 2. Perfect.
I'm gonna come geek out with you guys, man.
Hell yeah, my friend. Anytime. You're more than welcome. You've got the link. You're always welcome. Please take me up on that. Again, thank you for kicking off the night for us, doing your time. I greatly appreciate it, my friend.
Doing my time. All right. Well, thank you again for having me. And God bless. Be safe out there.
You too.
Thank you.
All right, man. For the rest of you guys, I will pick up Weed Nerd World here at 2. If you guys want to fill your trays, take a bathroom break, and join in at that hour, please do. For those of you who do not, thank you for your time. I greatly appreciate you hanging out with me and Jesse tonight. Hopefully you know the deal. Random acts of kindness do save lives. Please try to do something nice for somebody. I will see you guys at 2 for Weed Nerd World. Thank you guys. Have a